Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jayme for those of you that are new here, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. Please trust your highest level of discernment whenever you're receiving messages from a free collective reading. Flip the roles in the pronouns however they are with your particular situation, and also drop the messages that do not make sense. Do not try to make anything fit. If it's not for you, leave it for someone else. If you are interested in having me take a deep dive in your own personal situation, the link to my website where you can book a private reading is down below in the description box. Alrighty, y'all, we're gonna get into this message because the energy is a bit wild. It kind of feels like the past is like coming out of bushes, is what it feels like. They're coming out of the bushes, like things. I'm talking about things from like 30 years ago. People are now reminiscing for whichever reason they are. They're reminiscing about the things that they didn't do, the things that probably they should have done. And now they're coming back wanting some kind of absolution. And at the end of the day, just know that the Lord, the universe, God, and Source is wanting me to tell you, absolution is not yours to give. These people have had more than enough ample time and ample opportunity to step up and do what is right. You have forgiven them and you have moved on, so that way you can head into your future and leave the past behind. What's happening now is the people from the past, they're realizing that their future was ruined because of what they did in the past. This could be old family members. It could be old friends. It could even be old colleagues in old workplaces. It could even be old lovers. Either way, they are all in their feelings at this time, and it's like they're popping out of bushes to be like, hey, remember me? Hey, remember me? I'm your aunt. And it's like, well, I don't remember seeing you at any of the birthday parties growing up. It's that type of energy that is flowing rampant right now of these people who think that they can just come in and out of your life to make themselves feel better in hopes to get that absolution. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So don't give them it, because it's not yours to give. It's not. Right now, what they're going through is they're suffering the loneliness that these people put you through. That healing journey that you had to be put on, that understanding of the why. Why is this happening to me? All of that shadow work that you have done. They're now being forced to look at themselves. They're being forced to walk through the same flames that you did, the same shadows that you did. So that's why they want to pop out of these bushes, because they hope that even if you just say hi to them, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, they're not harboring any hate towards me, then that must mean all is good and that I am forgiven. No, because it's not yours to give. They're looking for a quick way out. And Source is saying there is no quick, easy way out. Welcome to the rat race. Alrighty, y'all, we're going to get into this message. We're going to begin with the tarot dice. Things might get a little loud for a hot minute, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe. What is going on in the energy? And what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? You might be having, like, eyes on you, like people might be viewing your profiles. They might be trying to look at your socials. For those of you who don't have like social media like I do, like I only have my YouTube and my TikTok, which I mostly just repost on TikTok. Although I am going to start uploading more frequently on TikTok, but I don't have a Facebook. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a whatever the hell people are using nowadays. But people could even be wanting to reach out to other people that are connected to you. They could be friending your friends. They could be trying to friend your family. All so that they can try and get some information on you in hopes to lighten their spirit. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Seven of Wands reversed. Whatever is going on right now, you do not have to defend yourself alone. You are not in this fight. You are not in this battle alone. Some of you are definitely heading down the roads of prosperity. With this Eight of Pentacles, I mean, you have your head down, you're putting in your work, you're putting in the time, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears in order to create some kind of independence, some kind of prosperous future for yourself, one where you can stand alone. And people could be wanting to come back because maybe now that they're seeing that you're doing well, and they're like, oh, well, let me go back to the collective, because the collective's doing really, really well for themselves. They're very independent. They're able to stand on their own. You know, let me weasel my way in and, you know, share in the light, share in the accomplishments, bask in the glory that collective has acquired for themselves. We also have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles, male or female, this is somebody here who gets the job done. They follow through with whatever it is that they promise that they're going to do. Whatever it is that they come into contract with, they fulfill their end of the bargain. This is also somebody here who's very wise, somebody who's very mature, somebody here who knows how to budget correctly. Maybe for some of you, you've had struggles with finances in the past, right? And wow, and instead of people coming in to help you, they talk down upon you. But now they're seeing your rise into this king, queen energy that you are receiving your crown, receiving your glory here. For all of your work, all of your effort. We have the Seven of Cups right there, and we have the Fool reversed. Somebody is here is hoping to repeat some kind of a cycle. They don't want something to be over, but the harsh truth is that it's been over. That's the truth. That's the reality, is that something here has been over. Somebody wants to come back in and create some kind of ruckus, some kind of confusion, something here to throw you off your game. We have the Six of Swords, but like I said, you've moved on a long time ago. You have headed towards peace. You're in a brand new place. This could be physically for some of you, or it could just mean spiritually or mentally. You're no longer where these people left you. And that's what they're having a hard time gripping. Is, I don't know, it's this energy here of maybe people thought that you were just going to, I don't know, like, fall over and, you know, like, and perish, wither away. But you didn't. You kept focusing on you. We have the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords sideways. Coming in, you guys are going to have to speak your truth, and you're going to have to be unapologetic about it. Something here has been a long time coming with the Nine of Wands. Maybe that's why these people are coming back. So that source can say, you know what, you need to tell them the truth of how you... the truth. The truth of how you feel, the truth of what has happened, the truth about themselves. Do not be afraid to hold that mirror up. Do not be afraid to hold them accountable with the facts, with the truth, with the evidence. We have Justice right here. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here as well. This is justice. This is the scales finally being rebalanced. This is karmic retribution. And this is independence. This is freedom. This is standing on your own. We have the Tower reversed. I don't know, it feels like this is going to be some kind of shocking surprise. That the past is going to be looking at you, because we also have the Six of Cups here. You're not looking fondly on the past. You remember everything clear as day. See, somebody's kind of hoping that your memory has deteriorated in some kind of way. But it hasn't. I don't know. Somebody here who built some kind of false foundation based on some kind of lies. Maybe lies that they told themselves. I don't know, maybe they said it, maybe they felt like it was the right thing to abandon you, to leave you out, to leave you alone, even if this was family. I mean, this could even be like family who abandoned you when you were a child. Or abandoned your family, like, I don't know, like extended family. Or this could be friends who left you at a time of need, when you needed them the most. I don't know, you're not alone, is all I know. You're not alone in this process. You are divinely guided. You don't have to defend yourself alone. And stick to the facts and stick to the truth at this time. And continue to put your work in. Because I also feel like part of this is that they don't like whatever ascension is happening for you right now. Some of you could be leveling up in your career. Maybe that business that you started a long time ago that people thought would never take off, maybe now it's taking off. Maybe now you're doing better than what these people were doing. Maybe you were dealing with the type of people that only want to hang around successful people because it makes them feel successful. Either way, continue to put in the work. You're right there. Independence and freedom and prosperity is right around the corner. Your character is on full display. It is fully seen. People can't deny you anymore. You could even have ancestors here who are probably haunting these people in their dreams. Universe, please tell us more. Universe, please tell us more. Self-worth and abundance. Because you found your self-worth, you found your validation, even though you had to do it on your own. You had to do it with no help. You did it with no other guidance than through source and your own intuition, and it's leading you towards abundance. This is destiny. Whatever is happening right now, it's unfolding just as how it always should have unfolded. All because of their guilt. All because of people's guilt here. People were trying to blame their problems on their own problems. Because we have somebody here who's just drinking their life away in the background, and somebody here like, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of everything else. So this could even be like somebody here who wants to claim, I was going through my own thing. And that's fine and dandy. But that doesn't excuse what has happened and how you felt. What people are wanting to try and do is they want to try and rewrite the past by trying to invalidate how you felt, your struggle, and what it is that you went through. They want to invalidate your truth by trying to taint it with, well, I was going through my own things. Okay, but something tells me that they were supposed to be the adult. Because whoever this reading is for, it honestly feels like the other energy was supposed to be a lot more older and a lot more mature than you. This could even have something to do with your destiny. Somebody could have been actively trying to block you from your destiny. Maybe these are people who known what you would be capable of, maybe the gifts that you would inherit from your ancestors, and they were trying to take it all for themselves. Or they were trying to deter you from that path that you were supposed to go under. And people are now upset that you have released them. Maybe you have cut some cords. I know that message has been coming up the past couple of weeks about, you know, cords being cut, being severed, being released. And now they're starting to feel the weight of those cords finally being cut, of all of their projections, their gossip, their slander, their black magic, their voodoo, their hoodoo, their root work, whatever shit that they did with a negative intent in their heart. I'm not speaking to those who do that type of stuff with good intent, because there's good and bad to everything. It all depends on where your heart is at. If you do something with negative and ill will intent towards someone who doesn't deserve it because you're unwilling to accept reality, well, guess what? You just broke a universal law. You're not exempt from it. Nobody on this plane is. I don't care what sect of witchcraft you follow or religion that you're in. There are universal laws that govern us. And each and every single one of us, you best believe, need to be in line with those universal laws. I don't care if it's black magic or even white magic. You need to check your intent and check your reasoning for why, and make sure the facts are on your side. Somebody here is now feeling the weight of that cord being cut, that cord being severed, and you finally accessing your destined abundance here because you recognize your self-worth. These people could have been even going so far as to even create pressure by using other people in their vicinity, by using their own friends, their own extended family. Everything that they try to do to try and deter you, whether it was false reports to police or to mental institutions, try and lock you up, or to try and have people not believe in you, or whether it was false comments or false reviews tarnishing your business, or whether that was people trying to permeate your dating pool. Everything was seen by the Most High. Be careful with the grudges that you hold, and be careful on the grudges that you act on. Because even a lie is a spell. Anything that you put out into this world needs to come back. So if you're going to tell a lie, and then that lie gets spread by another person, to another person, to another person, to another person, that's you trying to take control of reality itself. You're not God. Universal laws are real, and people don't want to believe them. They just want to use their feelings. Well, sometimes your feelings lie to you. Especially when you're not even honest with yourself. And I'm not talking to the people who have done their shadow work. I'm talking to the ones who need to sit in the corner by themselves. Universe, please tell us more. Coffin in the reverse in this gift that came out sideways, almost reversed. It's the energy of somebody here doesn't want something to be over, of them trying to take something from you. This is somebody here wanting to receive some kind of a handout. Or it's like they want you to give them the gift. You don't owe these people shit. What gift do you owe them? You don't owe them anything. Right? But they want your smile. They want your happiness. They want to be in your good graces. They want to feel like the past is in the past. It is in the past. The past is in the past. And you have moved on. You forgive, but you don't forget. We have imprisonment here, reverse at the bottom of the deck, adjudication, and a message reverse. Somebody is going to be receiving a message that they don't want to hear. Maybe about possible adjudication. And somebody here being let out. I feel like this is happening spiritually. I feel like so many people have had... Ooh. The energy feels like so many people were up against you, trying to keep you trapped and keep you imprisoned, that now they're all being held under judgment, that you cannot be held back from your destiny any longer. Somebody here is not thinking straight. Somebody here is losing out. Great fortune in the reverse. It's more like a giant loss. Family room in the reverse. And bad health. You know what's happening for some of you as well? Some of these people could even be on their deathbed. Or close to it. I'm just going to keep it real. Some of these people are close to their deathbed. And now they're like, oh shit. Because they know the judgment that they're going to be put under. They know that their heart will not weigh less than a feather. These people want you to give them something because you've accessed and unlocked your own abundance. You did the work all by yourself, in spite of these people leaving you high and dry. Universe, please tell us more. The Three of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. They want to cause you some kind of hurt. Some kind of heartache. Some kind of betrayal. And notice how it's two people on here. Somebody here did not work alone. And to the person who followed the orders, you are just as complicit as the person who gave them. Just as complicit. And to the people who follow the other people, to the people who are complicit and follow and don't speak up and don't say anything, that makes you just like them. That's the truth. It makes you just like the very same people that you are helping. Because why? Because you think that they wouldn't do it to you? Because you're falling in line? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel like a strong individual because you're easily controllable and manipulatable? Collective, you are shining very bright here as the Queen of Wands. You're standing out. You're being bold. You're being authentic. You're being real. You're not following the crowd. You're not trying to fit the mold. You're being yourself. Strong Leo energy here. Strong Taurus energy here as well. With that King of Pentacles in Libra with that Justice card. You could be a Virgo Libra cusp. Doesn't have to be. We do have Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to be receiving some kind of offer here for all of your hard work. Some of you guys could even be like receiving some kind of advancement or people wanting to team up with you and work with you. And that's what these people fear. Is that you're actually going to get support? Is that people actually believe in you? Because what they don't want is they don't want their story to come out. That's what they don't want. Because people are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you've been doing this on your own. Where have your friends been? Where has your family been? You don't have close ties to your family? And it's like, well, I mean, they're the ones that did this, and this to me, so I figured I would just do it on my own. And that's what you did. Could be friends and could be business, whatever. Take this however it resonates for your situation. It's all energy. Either way, the Knight of Pentacles is about putting in the work, putting in the effort, following the steps, doing things the right way. It's not about winning the race, because you're not in competition with anybody else. Your life's journey, your soul's path is yours, and yours alone. It's not a race. That's why you're going to get everything that was promised to you. All of this abundance here. Because you're not in competition with anybody else. You're not trying to keep up with anybody else. You're doing you. How you've always wanted to be. That's what you're doing. You're living your most authentic, true self. And we have the Queen of Cups. So not only are you being bold, but you're very highly intuitive, very in tune with your emotions, very emotionally intelligent. Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands, you're the type of person that's not taking shit from anybody. Six of Cups reverse, here you are. You're not focused on the past. You have healed from the past. Page of Wands in the Four of Pentacles. In the Ace of Swords, there is truth, there is clarity. The Tower reversed, Death reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed, with the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. Somebody does not want you to step into a new experience. This greedy individual here who doesn't want something to be over. Strong Scorpio energy. Like a negative vibing Scorpio, not a high vibing one. Some kind of truth and clarity is coming out. I don't know, maybe somebody here could have even been working with your family. Or with the family, with the people who outcasted you in some kind of way. You could be finding out how somebody here has been working with them to try and gain some kind of notoriety. Look at this. They're coming back into the past because they want to betray you again. They want to try and rewrite your past, rewrite your memories. That's the action that they're taking because all they really want to do is hold on to what it is that you have. And they want to watch you slave away. Take care of them. So it's like now they want you? Now they need you? Universe, tell us more. My goodness. The Five of Swords reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed. The Two of Pentacles. The Four of Wands reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed. The Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting how both of these fours are right on top of each other. Something here about the number 44. That number could mean something to y'all. Somebody is realizing that they're sabotaging, their deceit, their lies are not getting them anywhere. You have learned better. here with the Five of Swords reversed. Somebody did not listen to divine counsel. They went against their own morals. They went against their own code. But now they still want absolution because they want something, because they're seeing how everything that they did, everything that they've caused, it didn't deter you. Even though it may have appeared to look like they won. I don't know what the hell they were trying to win. For some of you, for most of you, these are people who left you when you were a child. Maybe this is something that you and your family struggled. Maybe your extended family, like, I don't know. Maybe there's a twisted aunt here. Or a twisted uncle. This all has to do with choices. Somebody is receiving bad news with the Eight of Wands reversed. Maybe how now they're being hurt by their own actions. Maybe they're realizing that, at the time they thought that they were just backstabbing and betraying you and, I don't know, trying to make themselves feel better by making somebody else hurt. Either way, they're realizing now that whatever excuse that they told themselves to make themselves feel better, to help them sleep at night, was all just a lie. This definitely has to do with family with this Ten of Pentacles. Somebody wanted you out in the cold, maybe in life. I don't know, this is given like an aunt. This is giving an aunt or an uncle who were like, oh, well, I don't want my nephew or my niece to do well. All because I don't like their mother or their father, because I'm holding a grudge with their parent. So it's like somebody here took something out on you. That's what it is. They took it out on an innocent. And however which way they did it, through spell work or through negative prayers, because yes, you can pray negatively. If you are praying for somebody's downfall, that's a negative prayer. That's not in the Most High. If you're going, oh, Jesus, I don't want my sister's son or my sister's daughter to flourish well because I don't want my sister to have a great life. Shame on you. Or brother, or whatever it is. Take the energy how it resonates. Like, you think that you're praying to God? This is why I don't believe in religion. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the positive people out there who do practice religion. Do you follow your own spiritual path? Somebody's getting bad news for all of their deceit. You're not giving them anything. I don't even feel like you're even going to give them the gift of even... It's not even about being nice or being mean. It's just the facts are what the facts are, and it is what it is, and people either need to accept it and move on, or they continue to just crash out. Somebody's recognition is also being taken away from them. Maybe somebody here is now realizing that, you know what, they're not the ones that are being selected. Like, for some of you, if this has to deal with spiritual gifts, like maybe this person is upset that you were going to receive the spiritual gift, so they did everything in their power to try and take it for themselves, but they were not the ones that were chosen, because in this deck, I'm using the Mythic Tarot, the original one from 1987. This is the community coming together to select their fighter, to select their Olympian, right, to represent them. This person was selected, but in the reverse, This is not somebody here who was selected. They were not chosen. Either way, you're still getting that happily ever after with this 10 of Pentacles. There is a great progression here with that 8 of Pentacles, that 9 of Pentacles, and this 10 of Pentacles. There is a steady progression here. Those who were last are now going to be first. And those that were first, you gotta move to the back of the line now. This Queen of Wands is still here at the bottom of the deck. You're still shining, irregardless of how many times these people try to push you down through the years, through the decades, with all of their hate. None of that was yours to carry. It was never your burden to carry. And that's why it's all being given back to them. Some of you guys could have even gone through multiple, how do I say this? Multiple ego deaths in your life. You have constantly transmuted, constantly ascended, constantly picked yourself back up. And that's why the universe and God says that's why things are happening the way that they are now. Because now you are strong enough. Now you are who you were always meant to be. So these people ended up doing you a favor. They ended up pushing you into your highest timeline. The one that they were trying to rob from you. Let me clean this up, and we are going to get some more. We're going to tap in with some oracle cards and see what else is going on. What else we need to know. Universe, please give us some character clues. I am down to 4 cigarettes a day, and that makes me very happy. Universe, please give us some character clues. I don't know, maybe now they're realizing all those death spells they sent your way that didn't work on you, all those spells to try and to knock you off your confidence, to make you ugly, to make you fat, or to do whatever. I don't know, people are so creative. It's like, why don't you take that creativity and do something for yourself? Like, write a fiction novel. I don't know, paint something. Write a script. I don't know, maybe start a business. Do something for yourselves. We have purple clothing. Somebody here could wear a lot of purple. Something about purple flowers as well. Somebody here could have a beard. We have a beauty mark. I just heard the bearded lady. So I don't know if there's like an aunt here who is, you know, maybe she needs to see a threader. I mean, it's only $10. Or at least that's what my lady charges to do my eyebrows. We have straight hair. Somebody here could have straight hair. We have a daredevil. Somebody here could be a daredevil. It's a reckless person who enjoys doing dangerous things. Something here about a Harley Davidson. Somebody here could drive a Harley, or they're really into the Harleys, or even those types of motorcycles. Like, what is it? Like the Indy? Is it the Indy? I don't know. Something like that. We have tribal. Somebody here could have some kind of tribal roots. whether Native American or from a different indigenous part of the world. We have powerful. Somebody here could hold a powerful position that could be very influential, that could hold a position of authority, or this is just somebody here who thinks that they're powerful. We have a Scorpio. That definitely came out. There's definitely a Scorpio involved in here somehow. This person could be tall. Maybe this daredevil is tall. Maybe this daredevil likes to wear purple. Or something here about a purple sweater. We have a tooth gap. Somebody here could have a tooth gap. We have a mole. Somebody here could have a mole. Something here about yellow. Yellow was very prominent. We have younger than you. This could be somebody here that's younger than you or somebody here that's more immature. We have a step, foster, and adoptive parent that could be involved somehow. Excuse me. We have orange clothing. Somebody here could be going to prison. We have Australian. Somebody here could be of Australian descent. They could have immigrated from Australia. They could live in Australia. Take it however it resonates for your situation. This is a general collective message. If I get one more stupid email from somebody telling me, well, you were wrong, bitch, I'm not wrong. I am never wrong. And I'm not trying to sound full of myself, but people don't like to believe me at first, but then they keep coming back saying, oh my God, you were right. I should have listened. I'm not wrong. If you don't know how to trust in your own discernment, do not watch free general tarot readings. Don't do it. You can't handle it. Somebody here could be pagan. Somebody here could have a round face. I just heard something about Ozempic. Maybe somebody could have like Ozempic face. We have exaggerated features. Maybe somebody could exaggerate some features. I don't know. Something here about like, I don't know. Like this could be like a bodybuilder or something here who uses like baby oil or something or massage or whatever lotion to like shiny themselves up so that way they could, you know, appear more defined or something. Something like that, or somebody here could have big ears, or they could have a big nose, or something's not proportional. Somebody here could also... Some of you guys could even be dealing with somebody here who was trans. Again, I'm not throwing shade. Everybody is welcome here, but this could be somebody here who, you know, maybe exaggerates their breasts, or exaggerates their bulge. Or, I mean, people can even exaggerate how big their butt is nowadays. Something here about injections, or what is it? Is it silicone injections that people get? I don't even know. I just go to the gym. We have a best friend. A best friend could be involved somehow. This could be a current best friend or a previous best friend. We have a scar. Somebody here could have a scar. It's very visible. Universe, tell us more. We have a gamer. Somebody here could be a gamer, or this is somebody here that thinks that life is a game, or that they like to play games as a person with a tooth gap, who also thinks that they're some kind of a daredevil here. This is somebody here who doesn't have anything to live for. So that's why, like, they don't care. Something about Halloween. Maybe somebody here tried to do a ritual on Halloween or something, or they tried to do... Maybe somebody here could even try to find access to one of your passed over loved ones and could have done something, a ritual, like on their grave, or use their grave dirt, as if your ancestors are going to turn on you. We have dreadlocks. Somebody here could have dreadlocks. Somebody here who's very immature. We do have a Cancer that's involved here somehow. A lot of water energy. Somebody here could be short or vertically challenged. Tribal came out again, and we have a sharp face. There's definitely a couple of people involved here. Somebody here could be extremely sporty, or they could be a jock of some sort. Universe, please tell us more. Please give us some more character clues. Okay. What the hell? Somebody here could definitely be trans or non-binary. Somebody could be very charming or persuasive. Or this could be somebody here who's into trans and non-binary people, but they're really embarrassed or ashamed of it themselves, so that's why, I don't know, maybe they try to come after you because they didn't want you to speak the truth, or maybe y'all are in the community somehow and you're open and honest with who you are as that queen. You're authentic, you're real, you're not trying to hide something, and somebody here doesn't like the fact that you can be yourself and they can't. Or maybe this is somebody here who's holding some kind of a grudge because you are in that community. And they were like, well, no, nobody in my family should be that way or whatever. Again, their triggers are not your responsibility. We have an Aquarius here. You could have an Aquarius North Node. Somebody here could be extremely orthodox or extremely traditional. This jock and sporty person. Somebody here could wear a lot of black clothing, or they did something when they were wearing black. Try to do something in the dark in hopes that they would not be seen. Something here about black and orange. Maybe even black and purple. Black, purple, and orange. Also, those are Halloween-y colors. Something here to do with the Day of the Dead, which I believe is November 1st. There's a motorcycle in here somehow. Somebody's in-laws are definitely involved. There's somebody here who definitely likes to dress very nicely. Suit and tie, like to wear very brand names. They like to appear that they're all put together. Somebody here with black hair. Somebody here could be a boomer. We have an immigrant. Somebody here could have freckles. And we have a thrill seeker. We have a Sagittarius here at the bottom of the deck. I don't know, this could be an immigrant boomer, or somebody here immigrated a long time ago to this country, or to whatever country you're a part of. This person who's very charming and persuasive. Maybe they're able to charm and persuade people because they're so nicely dressed. This could be an in-law of some sort, or somebody who could try to infiltrate your in-laws. Something here about black clothing, something here to do with the funeral. Like, we have that orthodox energy here, so maybe this is somebody here who wears black all the time because, I don't know, people do that. I know I was raised Portuguese Catholic, and, you know, I remember my grandmother, my whole life, she wore black, you know. My grandfather passed away before I was born, and she was in all black until the day that she died. She wore it for 40 years. That's how dedicated. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. You know, and I always thought that's how it always was until I took a thanatology course and I learned about funeral service and grief counseling. That really opened up my eyes to the differences within cultures and how that has an impact on our views, on our spirituality. 48 minutes in. All right, I'm going to take a quick bathroom recess, and I will be right back, y'all. Alrighty, y'all, I am back. Universe, what is the T? What is the T for the collective? Oh, somebody here has played out some type of romantic love affair. There is some kind of photo proof about somebody being into you or acting like they're into you. The spiritual hater. This could be people here who are trying to get you into some kind of romantic love affair. Maybe their tactics have been played out. There is some kind of photo evidence here. A spiritual hater that you rejected. So this is somebody here that you already have rejected. Maybe because they were threatening you? Hold on. We need to clarify this. I don't know if you, this is a message not for all of you, but for a small, select few of y'all. Like, maybe your family or extended family, like, left you alone when you were a child, or abandoned you and your immediate family when you were younger. And, like, they've always kept tabs on you, but they just don't, for whatever reason, they're a spiritual hater, they don't like you. Like, maybe, and this is gonna get a little gross and a little creepy, so I do apologize, but I gotta get the message out there. Like, maybe somebody here, I don't know, like, maybe they use, like, your cousin that you don't know is your cousin? You know what I mean? To get you involved in some kind of romantic love affair? Or something here? Something along those lines? That's for some of y'all, not all of y'all. Universe. That's gross. Or maybe this could even be, like, family members who were, like, cousins and, like, married each other or something, and I don't know, their grossness. They don't want their grossness to be seen out into the world, or maybe that's the grudge that they're holding against your family, is the fact that they couldn't actually find love and they had to marry their first cousin. They had to keep it in the family because they were that insecure about putting themselves out there, about being real, about being genuine, so they decided to keep it in the family because they nasty. King of Pentacles reversed. Universe, tell me about this romantic love affair. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody could have even been going as far as to do a whole bunch of, like, breakup spell work to try and keep you away from meeting partners that are on your level, that are meant to be with you, only to send you karmics here, but you were still able to persevere through it. You learned the lessons. These people ended up showing you who the snakes actually were. So it's like you got a crash course in, like, red flags. Either way, something here is turning out in your favor now with that Wheel of Fortune upright, because you're bravely moving through on what it is that you're passionate about. You're not allowing yourself to be dragged down by the energies that you have dealt with, even if they were energies being sent your way by this one person. I don't feel like, whoever I'm speaking for, I don't feel like you're angry that they did these types of things to you. You're just kind of like, how sad. Like, I feel like you feel sad for these people. That's really what it is. It's not like, yeah, there's a little bit of anger and resentment, which is totally fine for you to have. You should be angry at these people, right? But it's mostly like, wow, how sad of you. Like, you really are that small of a human being that you had to do all that to make yourself feel better, to make your family look better. They never wanted you to be committed here. But something here is not over because you made a different choice. Wow, we have the Devil and the Seven of Cups reversed. I normally don't get this with the Devil, but this has to do with your desires and how you express yourself. Maybe somebody here was trying to make you out to be as if, like, you're this, like, demon. You're this succubus here, but you decided to own all parts of you. Again, this whole thing of you not having any shame, like, maybe you're different than the rest of your family. Maybe you don't get into relationships based on codependency, based on needs. You get into relationships based on feelings, based on love. Either way, there's going to be a fast forward movement here that is happening. It's all because you decided to not give up and you decided to not settle. Somebody here was sending people your way in hopes that you would settle, in hopes that you would dim your own light, not recognize your self-worth. so you can access your abundance. Universe, help me clarify this into you. Help me clarify this into you. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. Yeah. These are people who claim to be, oh, but you're my family. But you're this. But they don't put in any work in there or any effort, right? Like I said, you haven't seen them at any birthday party. You haven't seen them at any event. Not even a card. Not even a postcard. Not even a text. Nothing. The Three of Cups. Their party is over here because you are standing your ground. And you know what is up here with the High Priestess. You know the truth. You know who you are. People are very upset that you're not speaking as much as you used to be. Or that you're just playing it dumb. And people maybe thought that you were dumb and naive this whole time. Oh, they never stopped the advances. Maybe you knew these people's... Like, I'm one of those people. If I meet somebody with a red flag, I'm not going to automatically call you out. I want to see how far you're going to try and take this. I'm that kind of person. I want to see how far you think that you can get. I want to see how stupid you think I am. So when that day comes, I will have a smile on my face when I stop all of your plans. I want to see. I want to know. So sometimes I'll play dumb. I'll play stupid. I'll play naive. I'll even keep my mouth shut and be like, I don't know. These people thought that you were stupid all along, that you didn't know what was going on. You did. You did. Either way, you also know that you're getting into a actual partnership here for you. One that is blessed by the divine. If it's not sent from the divine, you don't want it. And you know when it is because you have a direct line to source. You have them on speed dial with this High Priestess and the Lover's card. So you know when something is going to be meant for you, and you're going to be standing your ground until that day comes. Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles reversed. Somebody here is now in some kind of mental prison here because you don't want to work with them. This could even have been a past person. Again, with that whole cousin thing, like maybe this even has to do with like an ex here who maybe, I don't know, got into contact with one of your cousins and slept with one of your cousins or something like that, and you know, and you didn't even know this person was your cousin, but because of all the lies that they've been fed by their own family who's holding a grudge against your family is really what this feels like. I don't know, maybe they fell for the same lie that everyone else has fell for. Maybe these are people who, like, infiltrate your romantic love affairs. They're gonna get karma for that, too. Why? Because they're a spiritual hater? Because they hate your evolution, they hate the fact that you were able to heal and move on in spite of what they did to you? Like, make that make sense. So now they're mad that you healed from the bullshit they put you under? Really? Universe, tell us more. There is some kind of photo proof. There is some kind of photo evidence of what was done. People trying to use scarcity tactics. Even abusing divination to try and figure out what it is that you have been up to. But now they're going bankrupt because they spent all their money trying to access your energy. And it didn't work. Maybe some of you have put wards up to protect you. This could be somebody here who was in a love triangle or trying to get you into a love triangle. There is screenshots here. There is photo proof. There is evidence of some kind of fuckery here. Of somebody here who has no facts. They make shit up all the time. Trying to steal your work, steal your idea. This person who wants to be a groupie and give you a dirty offer. They don't got anything to offer you. They're bankrupt. Spiritually, financially, physically. All of it. They're bankrupt. Universe, tell us more. People who are clout hungry, say anything, do anything, make shit up, they want attention, all because their ego was hurt. Oh, their poor ego was hurt. It was all about them. All about them. Like, for example, like maybe, I don't know, like maybe you were raised by a single mother. And this is like for an example, take the energy, how it resonates. And, you know, your father passed away and you were raised by a single mother. And instead of that family, like your aunt, your uncles, trying to, you know, do their family duty of what, you know, their brother or sister would have done, they held this grudge against your mother or your father, whoever raised you. And they're trying to use the excuse, well, I was hurting too. Okay, but you took everything out on an innocent child, on an innocent bystander, on somebody here who had nothing to do with your past. And this is how generational curses are passed on. By making the innocent shoulder the blame of what others did, of what the adults did. You're too busy hustling. You're too busy moving forward, reflecting, working on yourself, and these people are just talking shit. You know what? Since they like to talk shit so much, tell them to lick your ass. Tell them you're hiring for a new personal bidet, since all they have is shit coming out of their mouth anyway. It's all they're good for. I said it, and I don't care. These people who are obsessed, they're dangerously toxic, very controlling, want things their way. They think that just because they have this title, that they're automatically granted access. Doesn't work that way. And I don't care what blood is running through you. I don't care what blood connects y'all. Relationships are based on the heart. Not on blood. We have a happiness hater here. Someone here who likes to start drama because they have a bad reputation because they can't handle being rejected. That's what it is. These are people that were never told no in their life. Universe, please tell us more. Universe, please tell us more. Expecting a new beginning, they know they fucked up, you're fake friends. These people are fake and phony, they know that they messed up. So they're expecting a new beginning here because they're an insecure hater who's outdated. So they obviously know that you're going through some kind of new beginning. That's why they know that they messed up, because they still see that you're prosperous, that you're still giving birth to new life here. These fake-ass, insecure, hating, outdated, promiscuous monsters. You're too emotionally intelligent now. Even when you are playing dumb, you're too emotionally intelligent for them. Universe, tell us more. There is some kind of recording, an announcement, a revelation of truth here. Maybe somebody's guilt is finally getting the best of them and they want to come clean after all this time. They're hoping that it'll lighten their load, it'll lighten their karmic sentence. We have trash, but they know the trash is getting thrown out. This hater that doesn't want to hear it, who they hate nothing about you, but they know they fucked up. Then why do they do it in the first place? Somebody here is being kicked to the curb. You already know all of the tea. You know everything. You know the truth. Source has enlightened you. Destroyed. A situation's about to explode. Somebody here is now doing drugs because they're going through a bank failure because they're a copycat, and all they do is use and abuse people here. And they're being kicked to the curb. Somebody's being kicked to the curb. Now they're now they have heavy depression here because of their envy. Because you're fighting for what you love, so they're under depression because you're fighting for what you love. These people need a therapist. Now they're trying to burn evidence. Maybe they're trying to burn all those screenshots and that photo proof that's out on you. All the bad shit that they did. All of those group chats that they sent to each other. All those screenshots. Maybe now they're all scrambling, trying to delete all of the evidence. As if that shit doesn't get backed up. We have a pregnancy test here. And a love story. And envy. Somebody here could have even gotten somebody pregnant. Maybe somebody got somebody pregnant that they shouldn't have gotten pregnant. Maybe that's part of their karma. They got themselves in a karmic tie by getting somebody. This could even be somebody's own. Wow. So remember I was talking about aunts and uncles and all that stuff, like extended family who like maybe somebody over there got themselves into a karmic tie by having a baby with someone that they shouldn't have had a baby with. And now they're all reaping the repercussions here. Something about old money and being, I don't know, sued or something like that. These are toxic individuals. Very toxic individuals. They destroyed everything. They destroyed their own lives, and they have nobody else to blame but themselves. But they tried to blame you for something that was never your fault to begin with. But you had to shoulder all of it. Universe. Wow, we have an STD. Somebody here could have gotten an STD. You know, isn't it funny? I mean, not that it's funny. I'm not trying to say that it's funny, but it's usually the ones that are in the closet. Usually. Or at least in my experience, it has been. It's usually the ones that are hiding in the closet that are the ones that get the STDs. But yeah, they're also the same people that'll be at the front row of the church saying gays are blasphemous. I mean, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I'm a hoe. I just want to throw that out there. Universe, please tell us more. We have interrogation, lives beyond their means. Somebody here is being asked to tell the truth. Ask questions of someone, especially a suspect or a prisoner, closely, aggressively, or formally. Somebody, I mean, I'm getting separate messages with this interrogation. Like, maybe people could even be wanting to come in and reach out and interrogate those around you in order to get information on you, or these people are physically being interrogated for everything that they have done, because now the evidence is coming out. Like, maybe these are people who use people younger than them, right? Try to, oh my god, why can't I think of the word? They tried to, I don't know, it's giving, wow. They tried to alter these people's perception by feeding them a lie. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's like they were trying to mind control them in a certain way. And maybe now those people who were younger when things happened, now that they're growing up, now they're asking questions. Now they're looking deeper. Now they're finding out the truth of what their elders told them. Somebody here who lives beyond their means, spending more than one earns, using credit or loans to cover expenses. Yeah, I mean, they're bankrupt. They don't have any money in the bank, so they need to tap into whatever little credit they have left. They spend more than what they earn. They live outside of their means. Somebody here could even be self-medicating. We have a fugitive, person who is running away, typically to avoid arrest or persecution, or to escape from a dangerous or undesirable situation, running from truth, pain, or themselves. Now they're running from the truth. Now somebody who gives constant sob stories. Narrative about one's difficulties or misfortunes that is frequently repeated with intention of gaining sympathy or excused behavior from others, seeking attention, justification, or special treatment. We have a fuckboy here. This could be a fuckboy. This could be a whole man out here who's giving constant sob stories in hopes that people would give them the attention, give them the validation that they need, wanting to stroke their ego, amongst other things. This fuckboy, could be self-medicating, running away from their own problems, living outside of their means. I mean, probably because they have to keep up with their self-medication. Again, trying to prove to everybody that they're not the problem, but you are the problem if you're constantly crying over something. And I mean that with no disrespect. I was an emo kid growing up. I still consider myself an emo kid, but I'm not going to play victim for anybody. You know, this is somebody here who could be sobbing, you know. Oh my god. I got pulled over 5 weeks ago. I'm still really sad that that cop gave me an attitude. Like, it's like, grow the fuck up. This person's a creep who exaggerates. We have a corrupt police officer that's here involved. Maybe this is somebody here, this corrupt police officer could have even been taking payouts or handouts from whoever the hell was creating those false reports against you. Somebody here, this creep, could have been using binoculars to watch somebody from afar, this fuckboy. I don't know, who's clearly a sexual deviant. Somebody who has repeated this behavior. Repeated behavior, predictable pattern. They've done this before. They'll do it again. Somebody who's trying to cover up their own creepy secret life, and this person acts like they're a victim. Oh, poor me. Somebody here who could be trying to hold somebody hostage, a dynamic where one side has lost power. They wanted you to lose power. There's a whole crime scene involved. Location where a criminal act has taken place or where evidence related to a crime can be found. This is a pivotal moment of rupture. Something has gone terribly wrong. We have a sugar baby that's involved here somehow. Maybe this fuckboy is a sugar baby. They wanted you to take the fall. This person who's under surveillance. Maybe it's this corrupt cop who's under surveillance, or everybody working with them is under surveillance because of their manipulation. That's why they're being kicked to the curb. Using emotional blackmail, guilt trips, love bombing, silent treatment, minimalization and denial, rationalization, selective attention, inattention, lying, omission, diversion, and triangulation. All forms of manipulation here. And somebody here is definitely complicit, involved with others in an illegal activity or wrongdoing, knowing about a crime or activity that is wrong, but not speaking up. That's why they're all under surveillance. Fear is the devil's work. So if you allow somebody to put fear into you, you are allowing the devil to essentially control your life. The devil and Satan, they're all energy. It's all negative, dark energy. When you give in to fear, even if that fear comes from somebody else, that person that you are allowing to hold that fear over you is not in the highest light and love. And then you don't get to go to church and be like, oh, I'm doing the right thing because you gave in to fear. That's not God. Somebody here has childhood trauma, distressing experiences during a child's formative years that overwhelmed their ability to cope, leading to lasting negative impacts. For some of you, they could have done this to you, and they're like, oh wow, I can't believe that collective actually healed, and now their own childhood trauma is coming back to haunt them because they couldn't pass on that generational curse to you. It ended with you. You ended it. You stopped it. You got rid of it, and however which way you did it. And now they need to feel the burden of what's left, because it's not yours. Universe, please give us a couple more for the collective, please. Childhood trauma wanted to come out. There's a snitch that's involved here. Somebody who tattles or reveals information, often to the authorities. Somebody who could even try to force you into isolation, trying to profile you, put a label on you in some kind of way, but now they want some kind of redemption here because they're hoping that they can get their, maybe a plea deal. So they want redemption. So they only want redemption in hopes that it will lighten their sentence here. This person or people here who lack accountability. Something about a body cam footage. Something was definitely caught on camera. We have fake personality, copycat, blends in and mimics. There is evidence that is coming out, even about a corrupt judge trying to do a cover-up. And now karma is playing out. Cover-up is lies that are layered to bury the truth. Well, the truth is being dug up because the evidence, proof is surfacing. I guess they didn't bury something exactly 8 feet under. For those of you who didn't know, they bury bodies about 6 to 8 feet under, depending on where you live. And they only do that because of the natural way that the ground shifts, so that way bodies don't come back up. I learned that when I took my thanatology course. This one was left behind. Pride cares more about how they look, cares more about their image than anything else. Oh, we have to maintain the family image. We can't have gays in our family. Or we can't have spiritualists in our family. We can't have redheads in our family. We can't have this in our family. Bitch, who the fuck are you? That's what I want to say. Universe. Oh, wow. An hour, 17 and 17 seconds. So 1717 can mean something to some of y'all. Universe. Please give us some angel numbers for the collective. $9.33. It's time to surrender your ego. Rise in soul truth. 10:10. Awakening. Stay focused. Spiritual acceleration. 72:72. Sacred insights are being revealed. And 9999. Final completion. The door is now closing. The door is now closing. I don't know if you heard that big bang. It's like them trying to knock down your walls. I don't know if you can hear the banging from the music. They're trying to knock down your walls here because the door is now closing. It's shut behind you. They have no access to you energetically, spiritually, physically, mentally. 11:11. Portal open, make a wish, manifestation gateway. They know that your power has been restored and anything you want is now possible. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid to see what you're going to create now that you have all of your powers. Now that you have all of your will. Excuse me. Universe, tell us more. Stay focused. Sacred insights now being revealed to you. Pay attention to your dreams. Even your daydreams could mean something to you. You could be tapping into sacred insights here that are going to serve you on your next part of your journey. We have 12:12, divine alignment, ascension, keep your vibration high. 30:03, speak your manifestation into existence. 12:10, leadership requires clarity and compassion. In 18:18, abundance, flow, financial and energetic prosperity. Yes. Speak your manifestation into existence. You're in divine alignment. You are ascending. Rise in your soul's truth. Embrace the sacred insights that are being given to you right now. Some of you guys could even be going through another level of awakening, another level of ascension. We're always ascending. We're always rising. Maybe you're moving out of the 5D into the 6D or into the 7D or into the 8th D or even the 9th dimension. Speak your manifestation into existence. Keep your focus clear. That's why this past wants to come back up. That's why it's lurking around the corner. It wants to infiltrate your mindset so that it affects what you speak into existence. So these could even be people here who want to give you that sob story in hopes that you would give them sympathy. Because even then, that will manifest less karma for them. Because that's you telling the universe, take it easy on them. We have 000, divine reset, pure potential. You are one with source. You are one with the divine at this time. Do not allow anybody, you have that direct connection. Do not allow anybody to sway you off your path. You know the truth deep within your soul. And that's why we had that King of Swords sideways where it was ready to come in. You are going to be asked to speak your truth. Be authentic. Don't be mean. There's a difference between being mean and being honest. You're stepping into a leadership position. Leadership requires clarity and compassion. You speak with honesty and you speak with truth. You can say, you know, I understand. Like, for example, I'm going to go back to the example that I used earlier. Like, maybe this was somebody who abandoned your family after somebody passed away. But, like, I understand that you were grieving, that you were suffering. However, the truth of the matter is that I was a child, or whatever the case was, you know, you failed on your duty. Be honest, but be kind, but be honest. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. All right, y'all have 3 of them. We have gratitude, power, and self-love. Today, I am grateful for all the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for. Like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented the internet, and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. Power. I am strong, I am grounded, I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. You don't need to do anything but be. You are strong, you are grounded, and you are powerful. We have self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. Or maybe not the PG kind. Do you. Live your best life, honey. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? It's time for you to embrace self-love. Do you. Do what makes you happy. It's your world, and you're the one living in it. Universe. Please give us a final message for the collective. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. Okay, I'm going to take the one that came out by itself. Generosity. Number 10. Compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. When you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesha to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you are filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence. That's why the past wants to come back, because they're incapable of doing that. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own thoughts. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate and do not do favors with strings attached. As you continue to give, you may find that you no longer envy others. You will be able to give easily and at the same time receive when the same is offered to you. This will go a long way to eliminating the feeling of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people and treat others with respect and acceptance. And in spite of everything that they've done for you, that's where your power comes from. Your power comes from your generosity. They were not able to crush your spirits. They were not able to break your heart. It only got them cut out because you're still being the beautiful, chosen earth angel, starseed, indigo child, however you identify. You're still Divine's glory. That is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.